know what I'm saying? Chat. In this world, there's a lot of great detectives. We got your Batmans. We got your Sherlock Holmes. We got your L from Death Note. And there's just one specific killer. The Bay Harbor Butcher. Who do y'all think could be a good detective, good enough detective to be able to catch Dexter? And who do you think would do it faster? In my personal opinion, I feel like the best person who would be able to do is L. We seen what kind of shit this nigga was on in Death Note. I feel like it's gonna be L. Then Batman. I don't know much about Sherlock Holmes, but we gonna see.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today we will be ranking detectives on whether they could
Nigga got Scooby Doo.
Now somebody left this idea in my comment section and I was like, wait, this is a good idea. And honestly, all these videos have been from comments.
Hey, shout out whoever this dude is. What's his name?
Just give you guys my channel.
Movie Critics Club.
Come up with every single
shout out to Big Bro
on this channel. Let's be real. If y'all want the password,
oh that nigga, yo, if y'all watch the, if you ever watch Dexter, that one dude, he's actually crazy as fuck, bro.
Let me explain the tiers.
He's crazy.
They would put Dexter behind bars. Only the best of the best detectives could piece together that Dexter is the
you really think Scooby-Doo finding him?
Evidence and put him behind bars.
I don't even understand how Scooby-Doo be getting niggas, bro.
Dexter's secret, but they couldn't actually gather enough solid proof.
Scooby-Doo's coming close. Scooby-Doo's coming close. I feel like they're coming close.
Pretty self-explanatory. They couldn't prove anything. Self-explanatory, and they'd be on his table. As we all know, rule number 1.
Maybe Scooby-Doo.
So if Dexter sees somebody that's actively trying to expose him, as he
do kill him, murk him.
Like if you guys remember Stan Liddy from Dexter. Yeah. Let's get raw.
That's tougher, bro.
Into the tier list. Sam and Dean Winchester. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, yo, why are you putting Sam and Dean Winchester on these lists? Bro, they would never go after Dexter. And yes, you're right, they aren't. But I just like to humor myself, because Supernatural is literally my favorite TV show of all time. Like, it would be ranked number 1 on my top 5. And people are probably going to be like, wait, what? You would rank him here? How? And let me explain. I'd put Sam and Dean Winchester in they would come close or they couldn't prove anything. Because let me explain something. Sam and Dean Winchester aren't the type of detectives you would normally see. They don't actively hunt criminals and put them behind bars. No, they hunt monsters and then annihilate them. Yes, they're very, very, very intelligent.
My God, I've never seen Supernatural, so I can't even speak on this.
To understand how to
I hear it's a good show though, bro. Man's like locking on that show.
Werewolves, vampires, the whole 9 yards. Even random monsters that they haven't even heard about and they just came across. They'll find out how to annihilate them. Easy peasy. And in that sense, they're really good at being supernatural detectives. But Dexter Morgan, on the other hand, could they really piece together that Dexter Morgan is the Bay Harbor Butcher, and then plus on top of that, gather enough concrete evidence to
get him jailed up? Nah.
As the Bay Harbor Butcher?
They definitely are. Because Dexter was smart.
So. I mean, I guess
he was smart in the way that he was hiding his evidence, all that.
And stalk them in Angel mode, where Dexter can't see Castiel. I mean, I guess.
How are you gonna get evidence like that, though?
Sam and Dean Winchester. Will Graham. He'd find out about Dexter's secret, 100%. Will
100%.
Graham was the person to find out that Hannibal Lecter was the Chesapeake Ripper. And if that doesn't say something, I don't know what else will. Well, then again, also, he didn't really want to put Hannibal behind bars because, like, throughout the entire show, they kind of had this, like, love-hate relationship. And I think they were kind of lovers too, in a way, in like a serial killer type of way. But then again, Hannibal Lecter never left enough evidence for Will Graham to even let him expose him anyway, so I think he would find out that Dexter
wasn't Hannibal Lecter like a
butcher. Now let me
like what's called again?
Will Graham has
a cannibal or something?
Mind that he can literally walk into a crime scene and reenact the entire scenario perfectly, by the way, on what the killer exactly did. He would
That's
learn
smart.
That Dexter has this entire ritual. He would learn that Dexter would M99 them, then put them on his table, put all the plastic up, etc., etc. He would learn that Dexter would then cut them on their cheek to take a blood slide, and then he would go from there. But I don't think he would be the one to put Dexter behind bars, because guys, Dexter's never been publicly exposed as the Bay Harbor Butcher. I mean, I guess you could say in New Blood, but I mean, guys, that Are we really gonna go there? The writing for the ending of New Blood was comical. I mean, it was lazy writing. There's no way that Angela Bishop just randomly decided, oh wait, the Bay Harbor Butcher victims have needle marks. Oh wait, that's Dexter Morgan. So you're saying that no
Word of bro,
other
lazy writer.
detective would ever
I ain't even
realize
finished
that
watching the show for real, bro. This
Angela
shit
Bishop
spoiling
was
me.
Batman.
100%. See,
I
I'm
don't
funny.
even have
Knew
to
it.
explain myself.
Like, don't even need to, bro.
Bro in Arkham Asylum. It would
Yeah,
take
right
time,
away, bro.
yeah? I'm gonna give him that. It'll definitely take Batman some time, because Dexter isn't a fool, and Dexter isn't some kind of dum-dum. The dude who caught the Riddler, the dude who caught the Joker, we could even just stop there. He has all the gadgets and resources that any man would ever dream of.
And even
also,
with that,
it's
he's
10
still
times
genuinely
how
a
strong
good
Dexter is. I mean, he's
Facts.
literally the Shadows. The guy who jumps from rooftops to rooftops at night.
greatest,
Now,
man.
this one is actually very, very hard. Because I
What you mean?
think that L could 100% find out about
100%.
Dexter's secret. Because as we all know, L basically knew that Kira was Light. But he could just never prove it. But then again, Light isn't Dexter. And I would argue that Light is superior than Dexter. We'll just leave that discussion for another video, or you guys can debate that in the comments. But I still think that
He's 100% smarter than Dexter. 100%.
Since I think that Light is more superior than Dexter, that means that L has more of a chance to catch Dexter. I would say,
But he
I would
wouldn't be
say
able
that
to
he
get him
would
away
find
because
out
he might
about
get
Dexter's
killed,
secret,
maybe.
and that he's over Will Graham. This is situational. He's either this or the top row.
It's either he
It's hard.
finds out and gets
Yeah,
him away,
L
or he
is
finds
a
out and gets
smart
murked.
detective, and what? He's the best detective in Death Note with an IQ of 240. But then again,
240?
IQ really doesn't play a factor because Light had a lower IQ than L. Like, I could sit here and make an in-depth video.
240,
about all
bro?
this,
That
but
is damn.
I can't just sit here and talk about all this in a tier list video. Like, you guys would just have to debate in the comments, really. 'Cause I
Okay,
feel
why
like
we got
would
Scooby Doo up here,
forever
bro? We
if
got
would have
Scooby
to
Doo
go
up here for
in
what?
depth. Now, you guys might laugh.
I'm
at
about to
me,
put my
but,
ass up here.
yo, why is why is Scooby Doo on this list, bro? They're detectives, man. I think they would
Yeah,
be
bro.
on the table. I mean, like, it's
We know
funny
they getting
because,
dissected.
they're like high schoolers or something, so I don't think Dexter would even put them on his table. William Somerset from 7. I think he'd come close. And David Mills, we're gonna put these as a package deal. I should have just put them as a package deal like Sam and Dean. But yeah, William Somerset is over David Mills just because he's a vet. You know what I'm saying? He's a vet. And at the end of 7, Mills kind of blew it. I mean, yes, it would have been very, and I mean very, very hard for him not to blow it. So if you see your dead wife's head in a box and that you didn't know that she was pregnant, you would probably crash out too. Hell, I would even crash
X.
out too, and I would just completely let him win. Because I would just have to, you would just have to eliminate him. You would just feel that pressure in your chest being like, wait, I just have to do this for her. But this might be a little controversial. I feel like Somerset wouldn't have done that if he was in the same position as Mills. Sherlock Holmes.
100% finding out.
Put him above Batman.
Above
All I'm going
Batman?
to say about Sherlock Holmes is that he's probably the man Dexter used to read about back in his early forensics days. And also, Sherlock Holmes is the best detective in literature.
I mean, that is a fact. That is a fact.
From Prisoners. Now, this one's pretty interesting considering the fact that Detective Loki is kind of just like a local detective. But yes, then again, he solved every single case that he's been in. But I don't think he really competes with anybody on this list, if that has to make any sense. Because don't get me wrong, he's very intelligent and he understands the game. And he's pretty unorthodox with his detective stuff. I mean, he doesn't do it entirely by the book, which would definitely ruin his chance of getting Dexter behind bars. But compared to everybody on this list, I don't think he would really even come close to
Okay, so
Dexter. I
couldn't
think
prove it?
that he would be on the table while
Mm.
trying to investigate. The thing is, I feel like he would be way, and I mean way above his head with Dexter. I mean, and in the movie Prisoners, this was his hardest case by far, and he was, I mean, way in above his head. Did you see in the entire movie? He was stressing. Jack Crawford from Hannibal. Jack Crawford is very intelligent, but throughout the entire show, he kind of abused Will Graham into solving all of his hard cases. And he basically broke down Will Graham. like completely broke him down.
Oh, she was a baddie in the show. I ain't gonna lie. She was just crazy as fuck.
Too much credit. I mean, alone, yeah, he is pretty smart. Nonetheless, he's in charge of the behavioral science unit in Hannibal. Well, no, in the FBI. Him by himself, because guys, I'm only talking about the characters by themselves. I mean, Scooby-Doo gang would be different because they work as a group, but Jack Crawford by himself? Well, no, because I don't think it would be pretty easy to get Jack Crawford on the table because, but then again, he kind of went hand to hand with Hannibal at the end of season 2, and he's seen a lot of stuff. He understands a lot of stuff. But then again, let me clarify, Sam and Dean are low on this tier list, not because they're bad at what they do. Like, if we're talking about in a sense that, yo, if Dexter could get them on his table, no. I mean, bro, they would literally annihilate Dexter. Just in hand-to-hand combat, bro, 2v1, I mean, against two people who literally fight demons with their hands sometimes, monsters, ghosts, literally anything. No. Then again, let me clarify. Still, if they didn't know that Dexter was onto them, they would just be revived. Or also, Castiel would just swoop down and save them. Or even just their keen instinct of being followed and watched. Bro. But yeah, this is my tier list. Surprisingly, this was pretty even. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Wow. Honestly, didn't even think that would happen.
Fuck, bro. Why does it keep skipping before I even get to do anything, man? So, chat, what y'all think, bro? And even y'all on the YouTube, what y'all think, bro? Y'all think this tier list is valid, invalid, or you just don't care? Let me know in the comments.